and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are just stumbling across this video. So I've literally just got out of the shower, quickly blow dry my hair. I haven't properly styled it yet. Just sat in this cozy jumper. I think I showed this actually in my last vlog, so I will link it down below. I love it. It's from H&M. But I'm just going to be cozy and chatting with you guys because I feel like this video I've been meaning to do for a while now. I've had my teeth done for a few weeks and I obviously wanted them to just kind of settle in my mouth and properly show you. So I've recently gone through a bit of a teeth journey. Now I'm going to show you the before and after, but just bear in mind this before is after I've recently had composite bonding. So before this I have had my teeth done in terms of having brace work. This was years and years and years ago when I lived in LA when I was a lot younger, around like 12, 13. So this is a before picture, obviously before having the whitening and the composite. Because I know a lot of you on Instagram were asking, have I had Invisalign? And I haven't had Invisalign with Dr. K. So I've recently been going to see Dr. K. This isn't a sponsored video, anything like that. Just so generally happy with results. And if you guys are obviously looking at having any work done with your teeth, highly recommend her. She works at the White & Co. dentist, so I'll leave all the links down below. So I thought I'm going to sit down, do the video and just kind of go from the beginning to the end of my teeth because I know I get a lot of questions asked about it and I thought this would just be a whole lot easier. So basically with Dr. K I've had my whitening done and also my composite bonding on the top 6. So you can see from the picture my teeth before, the top teeth, they weren't leveled out and this one was kind of a little bit chipped and I just felt like they needed that kind of, I'm not going to say volume, but they just needed that leveling so they all sat right together, and I feel like it did used to bother me. So I obviously wanted it done. I didn't want veneers, but composite bonding is a great way to do this, and also it still looks very natural in your mouth. It doesn't look crazy, if that makes sense. Like, it's not a crazy difference. So that's why I just wanted to take that with the before and after. If you come into this video to see like a major change, it's not. It's just a really nice subtle kind of glow up with my teeth, which I'm really happy with. So at first I did have like my hygiene appointment, and it sounds really weird, but like just learning again how to clean your teeth properly is so insightful. And obviously when you come away from the dentist you get so inspired. You're like, yes, I'm going to be doing my flossing and everything, and it really did just kind of re-inspire me to properly start looking after my teeth again. So after I'd had my hygiene appointments, I then started my whitening journey. So they prescribed me the Philips Zoom kit. So this is the kit, and inside this are these little syringes. I still actually have some left because I didn't use it all, so I can obviously reuse these. So these are the little syringes, and along with that they also give you a mold of your teeth to use as the trays, and you literally just put like a little dollop in each little part. And I usually used this for 2 hours at night after dinner, which was a great way to actually stop snacking. So that's when I did my whitening. But before I actually did my whitening, my teeth were actually sensitive before even starting the whitening treatment, and they obviously picked up on this in the hygiene appointments. So they prescribed me this toothpaste. It's the Colgate one, and I'm so happy I got this and did it for a week before to basically help desensitize my teeth. And I feel like it really did help, because obviously when you are doing whitening it is going to make your teeth sensitive. And I also found whilst I was doing the whitening other things started to bother me, like even like, you know, sometimes if you pick up like some tin foil it can give you shivers, like it goes through you. I found like even that, like other things were starting to really bother me when I was having my teeth whitened. So I don't know if some of you guys have found that or not. But obviously I did my whitening pretty much, I tried to do it every night, but I would say every other night, because sometimes I did find they were just getting a little bit too sensitive. So just giving them like that day break in between. But obviously the reason of whitening my teeth before was so they were whiter. So when Dr. K does put the composite bonding on, they will obviously match up to that colour of my tooth. Just giving them a nice little bit of a glow up, basically, look a little bit healthier. So I'm going to show you a clip of when I went for my appointment to go get my composite bonding. You'll see Dr. K and obviously me in the chair. So I'm just here with Dr. Christina.
Hi.
And we're about to start the composite bonding. So I feel like it's going to be a long time in the chair, but definitely very worth it.
That's good.
And this is my teeth before. Usually it depends on obviously how many teeth you have done, but I was sat there for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, and obviously your jaw can start to ache, but you have the guard on to help keep your mouth open. So as I'm filming this, you can obviously kind of see I'm trying to show you inside my mouth and the work they were doing. You just basically lay there. I mean, you can fall asleep if you want, but for me, I was obviously there. I know some people, I think you can get maybe an injection to help, like maybe with just numbing up a little bit. But for me, I didn't feel like it was painful. Like I said, maybe just a little bit sensitive. Obviously, she dries them out to then help the composite stick to your teeth. And she literally has nailed it. I really didn't want a massive drastic change. I just wanted my teeth to sit nicely together and just look a little bit more in form. After my first appointment, get my composite, Dr. K was like, I love them, but I still want to kind of tweak them. And obviously, because I was sat there for 2.5 hours, my jaw started to ache. So she's like, let's just take a break, come back in a few weeks, because your teeth will start to settle, because your gums are so dry now from obviously having to dry them out. They will start to just sit more in your mouth a little bit better. So come back in a few weeks, we'll tweak them. I came back, I was obviously happy with the results then, but I love the fact that Dr. K is a little bit of a perfectionist, which is great because you know she really does care. So I went back and she just kind of leveled them out a little bit, like filed them so they just all sat perfectly, and also filed the bottom ones ever so slightly, just so again they kind of sit and make room in my mouth. You can see in a video I wasn't flinching or anything, like you can hardly feel it. It doesn't hurt. I didn't have an injection. It was just really easy, just kind of just checking up on them, obviously, because like I said, they do just sit nicer into your mouth after a few weeks, after your gums go back to normal. So I'm so happy with the results. Love my teeth, but like I said, I obviously haven't had Invisalign. So when I lived in LA, like I said, I had my braces on back then, and my teeth have changed a lot since then, because that was probably when I was like 12. I'm now 27, 28 in a few weeks actually. So my teeth have obviously moved a little bit. So I do want to come back to it and look to get Invisalign, just to kind of help to shape them again. Also, obviously after the composite, when I first had it done, I found the biggest pain was not being able to drink coffee or red wine. So once I had obviously the first appointment with Dr. K, she was like, no coffee, no red wine, and I was literally traveling to Paris the next day. So obviously, because the coffee and the red wine will stay in the composite, and over a few years obviously they might stain if you are drinking it a lot. So you do have to just kind of watch what you're eating for like I would say like a few weeks after getting the composite done. Okay, so like I said, you guys have been asking questions over on Instagram, so I did a little bit of a Q&A box. You guys can fire in the questions and I thought I would answer them in this video, and hopefully it will cover everything. If there is obviously other questions that you guys have, please do let me know down in the comments and I will try and get back to you. But like I said, because I haven't gone through a full journey of Invisalign, mine's just been a little bit more short and sweet. I just thought it would be easier to do it this way. So first question, how many sessions did it take? I thought only one was needed to bond. And yeah, I know a few of you were asking me that, why I went back the second time. And like I said, it was just because Dr. K was like, we've been sat in this chair for a while, have a little bit of a break, let's see how your teeth adjust with your gums after a few weeks, come back and then I can just, you know, rejig if anything is needed. Which to be honest it wasn't. She just kind of filed them slightly so they all just sat perfectly. And again with my bottom teeth, filed them ever so slightly. Like you saw in the video, I wasn't flinching or anything, it wasn't painful, it was just so they all sat very much more in sync. That is why I went back for the second, and also to get the after pictures properly, which you can kind of see. I was very happy, I was so smiley afterwards, because it just really gives you the confidence back to smile, which is so nice. Again, obviously I wasn't saying before that my teeth were bad in any way or anything like that, but it just did really bother me that they weren't in line, they were a little bit chipped here and there. So just having them all in sync was so nice. And I feel like, to be fair, I have been like really smiley after, like when we went to Paris, I just kept looking at, like, you kind of like if you see yourself in the mirror and then you double look and realize how nice it does look. So I'm very happy with the results. Okay, so the next question, how often do you need it doing? So obviously I had the one session, I had my whitening, which I did over a few weeks, and I had the composite bonding session. So it does typically last for quite a few years. so hopefully I won't need this doing for quite a while. And it will, obviously, in terms of looking after it, you obviously do need to make sure you're cleaning your teeth properly, like not really eating like very like awful crunchy foods, because obviously it might damage the composite bonding, but I do feel like they're probably going to last for quite a few years. What is the cost of the treatment? So obviously it depends on how many teeth you are going to get the composite done on, if you're going to get Invisalign, if you're going to get the whitening. So I will leave the link down below for Dr. K and White & Co, so you can check it all out, and all the prices will be there as well. I know she does also run discount codes, which is amazing, and I think this also will get you discount off even like hygiene appointments as well. So she does little packages. So if there is any discount code at the minute, I will leave it down below for you guys, because I highly recommend her. And as you guys said, I'm not getting commission for this. It's not a paid ad. Even if it was, obviously I only talk about what I love. This is kind of a similar question. Is bonding a one-off permanent treatment, or is it similar to veneers? And it isn't veneers. So composite is adding to your tooth, whereas veneers is kind of just giving you a whole different tooth, and they really shave your teeth down. So with composite, it's nice kind of just a little bit of enhancement to your tooth. And like I said, it will last a good few years depending on how well you look after them. It won't be an absolute permanent fixture in your mouth. You probably might have to kind of like review it after a few years. Painful slash less invasive than veneers, and I didn't really find it painful at all. I mean, you saw in the clip, I didn't have any numbing. I just sat there for 2 hours and she was just working in my mouth. So for me, it didn't hurt, and I have really sensitive teeth. So I think you can have the option to maybe have numbing, but for me, it didn't hurt. And I actually do have a bit of an irrational fear of the dentist. I think it's because I went to the dentist so much when I was younger that it's just now left me scarred. So trust me, from someone that doesn't really like going to the dentist, it wasn't painful. She makes you feel really at ease. I wouldn't actually say it's painful, just maybe a little bit sensitive in areas when they're maybe like going over it, or like the water going on your teeth. It's just kind of what you guys in preference, but I'm not gonna say it's like an invasive treatment at all. I mean, the fact that I've had no surgery, that is definitely invasive compared to having composite bonding done. And someone has asked, does the bonding fade in colour or chip away? By the way, sorry if you can hear drilling in the background. I currently have builders next door, so I'm sorry if there's a bit of a background noise. So in terms of the bonding, like I said, it's not permanent, so it will start to chip away after a few years. However, in terms of the colour, it will stay, and I've still got my whitening syringes now, so I will continue to keep whitening, but obviously once the composite is on, that is pretty much the colour of your teeth. However, in terms of like chipping or damaging to your actual teeth, it doesn't affect the enamel of your teeth at all. It's not damaging to them, whereas I know veneers can be quite a bit more invasive. I know a few of you are asking Invisalign questions, but obviously I haven't had the Invisalign. But with Invisalign, do you then have to wear some sort of brace forever? So yeah, after you get Invisalign, obviously you do keep your retainers and wear them. Dr. K also does give the option, which she gave to me, where you can have a kind of like wire at the back of your mouth, in terms of like behind your teeth, to help keep them in place. And it means just then it doesn't mean that they're more likely to move around. I feel like that kind of covers everything in terms of what you guys have asked. Like I said, if you do have any other questions, I will get back to you in the comments down below. But I hope this is a little bit insightful in terms of what I have had done, and kind of covers it all in terms of the journey of my teeth. I will leave the pictures again on the screen so you can see the before and after. My smiley picture, which is a little bit embarrassing. I was just so happy once I saw the results, and after being in the chair for 2 hours, it was nice to just kind of sit up and see what she had been doing as well. But like I said, highly recommend Dr. K and White & Co. All the details will be listed down below, and hopefully you found this video insightful. So hopefully you did like this video. Please do give it a like if so. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.